My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are going to discuss a interesting topic in web programming called PHP using MVC. We all know that PHP is a server side web programming language used to develop web application or websites. We also know that many of the frameworks like WordPress, Magento, CodeIgniter, and many more frameworks are designed using PHP only, most of the things. So, such a popularity the PHP has today. But when you see the novice PHP programmer as beginner, used to do a programming in somewhat in some in basic level. It is not up to the mark. There is no reusability. There is no modularity. There is no oops involved. So there are a lot of things are not up to the mark in the beginners programming. When you see the frameworks like CodeIgniter, WordPress, or Magento, their standard of writing the program is very great, and everything is modular, and and then that is very fancy, and they have that is it is more reusability is available in those codes, right? The frameworks use reusability, they use oops, and then security, everything is high in that one. But in our design it's very poor. Anyone can break our code very easily. So it was my thought to design an MVC application long ago in the year of 2015 itself, I believe, when I was developing an e-commerce website using a open code. In that time, that was written using MVC. I was very much admire about the way in which it was written when I was doing a research on that framework. And then I initially started designing my own MVC in those days without knowing what MVC is. But the couple of my try end up with a failure. So I am one of the person who don't give up the hopes. I used to try till my end, till I succeed in my goal. Okay, no, nearly after 2 or 3 times I tried it, and then and then I got the failure. Then I analyzed why I got failure, and then how can we reinitiate that development again. So because today there are many things or written using MVC, right? So we have to be up to the mark to the industry standard, right? So in our programming and every stuff, right? So then I started collecting the information about MVC, whether there is a bare bone code available, and then we can take it and then explore that into the further level. Okay, now in a GitHub there is a free projects available which called as MVC Mini and written by someone. It's, I believe, that gave me a basic idea about MVC, right? I was inspired about that code, and then I started exploring that mini framework. It gave me a lot of confidence to try the MVC one more time. So this time, in those days, I was not that much transparent in my research. Most of them are I did at the back end. I didn't expose it to anyone. So now I have more interest to share my research with everyone so that I will become better. Right. So that is my aim. That is my aim that I want to try with MVC. Right. We already have a proven record in another training, Cano Capel training. Right. It is used for an automotive CAN analysis tool. uh, that was I was successful in that only because the many feedback given to the global community, and then whether it might be a criticism or it is a feedback or an improvement or appreciation that helped me a lot to explore the can knowledge in that can knowledge in that with respect to that particular tool, because the people when my 8 years of industrial experience that I had in automotive industry, whatever I did not gain, right, that I gained by means of this knowledge transfer, a process that I initiated in 2020, I believe, if I'm not wrong, 2020. So I got that much of confident in that area. The same confident I want to achieve in the PHP also, because the PHP in 2015 only I started doing the PHP programming. I programmed a couple of PHP core websites, but they are not following MVC, though not up to the mark, but I have the idea of how to create a that means instead of saying PHP code, that is website design expert, you can say that I know the software engineering, like how to do a website more user friendly. Whatever the way that you are writing, that is different, like how to make the UI very much user friendly, and then how to make the things very simple. I learned it nearly how many years, nearly 6 years now, from 2015 onwards. Today it is 2022. Nearly 6 years I went to different stages of this web programming, and then I have certain the basic the confident in me with me in this PHP programming. In 2015 PHP programming is very new to me in those days, right? So today there are many tools available, and in those days we developed things using NetBeans, those sort of things. And then today we have Visual Studio Code, like many other frameworks, and debugging methods are available. So I'm happy about them. So I want to use the new technology and to explore and to create my own MVC framework. That is my aim. As I am dealing with this e-learning, I also, my goal is to develop an MVC application for this e-learning, otherwise online learning, right? That is my thing. There are a couple of codes available, even there are free codes available in the net, but only thing is I always like to have my own footprint in everything that I do. I don't want to depends on others at many time. I don't like the dependency, so I want to have my own footprint everywhere, in every field that I am dealing with. That is my thing, to have the control of everything in a single hand, uh, at least in my surrounding, in my environment. That is my aim. So let us try that one and see how it goes. I don't want to say this is a training, PHP training, something like that. I want to say this is a research, because even I am exploring many things in this. I am not the expert in that. Those who want to participate in this research, come along with me, see my videos, give thumbs up, and share it to everyone, my research works, so that at the end you even have a rights to criticize me. When I do something wrong, I am happy to accept it, because that is my betterment. When you criticize me, I am getting an insight over my insight in the areas in which I need improvement. Right? No, that is the thing. That is how I grew up from the basic, simple, a simple a person. I got all this knowledge because of the people criticisms and people feedback, appreciation, help, knowledge sharing, and many things. Right? No. So let's start that. Okay. To start anything, it is my personal advice. When you want to learn something, learn it from with a simple. Learn that with a simple example. Don't to try to achieve a big thing in a single day. That is not at all possible. You will not be succeed in that. Slowly, you decide where you want to go and move toward that in steps. While you are trying something in step, the first step will be very simple example that you have to take. So the MVC also like that. Where I can find the MVC barebone boilerplate code, when I try to search in the internet, I got something called as mini MVC. A gentleman has developed this one, and he gave that as a free, that is open source projects in the internet. Thanks to him, uh, again he's become my teacher now. This person, this is that like a GitHub link. From here you can download this boilerplate code. This teacher has encouraged me to use one of the package manager which is dealing with PHP called Code Composer. Composer. Composer is a package manager in PHP. I was very much very for a long period of time. I was not interested to use this Composer because I don't know the purpose of that. This teacher, maybe his name is Panic, I believe, if I'm not, if it is correct. So this teacher has explained and he gave the insight over Code Composer, like what it is, why we need those things. The Code Composer, though there are many videos available in the YouTube and other things, I didn't show the much attention to that. This person explained that in some 3 to 4 lines of code, 3 to 4 lines of statement. Using that, he made me to create the impression. That is, he made me to try the Code Composer. So, what is Code Composer? Code Composer is a package manager that helps you to organize your application, and also it helps to bring the necessary ready-made packages, libraries available. Again, when it is library, we cannot go, that is some things we critically need, right? We cannot do everything by ourselves. There are certain libraries available, we can just take them and use, but it doesn't it doesn't ask any licensing fee or something like that. So that is the bit that is the thing that I learned from this teacher. He helped me to explore the composer and then how to use it and other stuff. Okay, so I want to do these projects. I deployed his code in my server and it is doing fine. In my local server it is doing fine. So let me show you what I tried from his code. This is his code. This gentleman code. Oh, okay. Actually, I didn't start my XAMPP. So to execute PHP scripts, we need to run the XAMPP. XAMPP is like Apache, MySQL, and PHP. stack that needs to execute the web scripts, right? So let me start my Apache and then MySQL, and they are running now without any problem. So it's right time to go. Oh, what happened to you? Okay, this is its code. So it has a home page, but it's not very fancy. But it has the necessary thing for MVC. That is the things. Okay, now great people will not show much thing fancy. So he has a home page, then he has a sub page, and then sub page 2. These are all on one page. And then he has a songs page. This page is very much interesting compared to others. Others are just as scripts, page scripts. But here we have your code operations, like you can add a track to this list. You can see whatever the existing list of songs. So this is available in the database. This is to insert the record. Okay, here we also have option to update and delete. So it's completely a code has been implemented in this. There's been create, update, change or delete. So that is available in this one, in this page. So he already created bare bone boilerplate code for MVC. So it is our responsibility to explore it and make that into the next level. Okay, I am going to go through the complete code what he has written, and then I'm going to try then another website, another an existing code, because for initially when you give a try with something which is proven. Okay, his MVC is already proven. He has proved his code that is working. The perfect working example of MVC code. I do have another website which is not implemented with MVC, but it's very fair and very great design, the core PHP one. But you can find then and there everywhere. You can see the SQL insert statement, server side code, and then view everything combined together. Like you can say it is messy, but it does a great job. It's a working one. It is fine-tuned. I think it's also in another free, it's open source code that is delivered by somebody else. So now the thing is, as a programmer, I want to use two proven things. One is proven in the application wise, another one is proven in the MVC wise. Right? I'm going to combine these two technology, these two different variety of implementation, and want to bring my own. That is my aim. So, all right, that is my goal that I want to do. Okay, so this is S working code. Then another working code that I have for my that is a plain boiler, that is a website which is developed which is not following MVC structure. So let me show that. That is, I have deployed it in my website. This is that one. It's great in look, right? It has some tour planning system or something like that. It has an about page and then tour package page. You can book for a tour from this, and then you can see what is available in their tour package, and you can find one. It has everything like inquiry, contact us. Right. This is a perfect example. It has both admin and client. That means application wise I am talking about the admin control panel and then user panel, something like that. So let us use this, let us combine the knowledge that we have in these two and bring a new one. So this is an R&D project, right? I won't say that I am very great expert in this MVC area. So those who have a research interest can walk along with me to understand what it is. Okay, team. Let's see the next step. Next step is first thing is we have to deploy his MVC stack in our local host. Okay, how to create that from the scratch? Let me explain it. I downloaded this code. I downloaded code was here, MVC mini master, right? I think this is the thing. It's code, right? So we are going to use his stack initially. Above that, we are going to bring that code, that application code written for tour management or tour planning. Okay. Okay, what is the thing? First step is create your package manager. That is the very first step that we have to do when we deal with MVC. That helps a lot of things. When you share this code to someone else and he want to debug your code, he need all the packages that you used in your program. That can be installed. He can install by manually each and everything one by one. But when he makes some mistakes in the version or something, that entire application will be disturbed. When you record them in the composer.json, it will be very easy for the next developer to install the necessary packages and up your application in his desk. So it's just like an organizer. We can call the composer as an organizer, and then the dependency installer, something like that. Okay, what is the next thing? First thing is I am going to use the development one environment that I am going to use is this one, Visual Studio Code. That is the thing that I am going to use because that is that was developed. It has the feature to support the PHP application development. That's why I prefer this development environment. Okay. Okay, right. It's time to start. To start that, double click on this. First step is creating a folder, because this list shows only the open folder, but it doesn't say create folder. We don't have something called as like create folder. So let me create my folder first. So where I have to create, it should be created htdoc of XAMPP folder. So let me go there, XAMPP, and then here I have htdocs. So let me call my folder name as tour MVC. So the folder is ready now. Next step is installing the package manager. So just let me copy that one, and I come back to Visual Studio Code now. So here I just to say open folder. Folder is open now. It is empty. So next step is installing package manager. For that I want to bring the terminal, because I'm going to use command line method to install the package manager. So from where we can get the composer and install? We have a website called something called as getcomposer.org. This is the website. Here we have a download button. Hit that. They shows they do have a composer setup.exe. I want to download it from the server and install. So I don't prefer this method. So just copy this line, first line, and then come back to studio and just paste that. So before doing this, we have to do one more step. We have to disable the debugger option in our PHP ini file. If we did that, if we enable the debugging, installing the composer will create some issues. So for that, let me open PHP file. I can show like to edit PHP, where I can go. Here we have option, just hit that. That will bring you. From my view, this notepad is somehow not friendly to me. I debug. Let me open this in RAM PHP php.ini. Yeah. Here we have these three lines should be in the PHP ini file. These three lines should be commented by when you enable your debugging. These three lines will be commented. So to install composer, it is required to comment them. Let me comment them. Moment you touch this file and save it, it is required to restart the Apache. So let me stop and then start Apache. So Apache is working with new configuration. Now it's a time for installation of composer. So I pasted this link and then I just enter. It's good to. So the moment I gave that command, it's taking some time. I believe it's thinking. It brought the composer setup.php file. That is the first step. The second step is this line, verifying the setup file, I believe. So copy it and paste it in the second. Oh, a lot. Okay, it says installer verified. That means it's perfect to go. Then this one, installing the, that is running the setup file. So setup script. So I just hit that and then I install that. It create a composer temp.for, sorry, composer.for. So I have that now. Okay, to create the composer.json file. So the installation is over. Now we can remove this installer things, right? Those are not needed anymore. I just remove those installer files. So it's gone. It's removed. Only I have a composer.far. Using this composer.far, that I have to install, that I have to create my package manager JSON file. PHP composer.far, then init is the command. The moment I give that command, it's working and it's awesome name. I want to say my vendor is, because I am associated with Yahasia, and then 2 package, something like that. Sample package manager. It's okay, it's me. Just give enter. It asks number of interactive questions. It is for projects, license, MIT. Yes, okay. Yes, I believe initially. Then I say PHP. I need the PHP 8.1 that I'm using currently. And they are again putting in another question, but I don't want to answer this. For this, I want to say developer dependencies. Just to say no. So this is what the file they created, and then let me say you confirm the generation of file. I don't know, I don't want to install it. I have the 8.1 already, just to say no. That's all. My package manager file is ready now. I will use that at point of time. Okay, this is the step to install the package manager. Next, we have to bring his bare boilerplate code to this. Okay, so I'm going to do that in steps. First I did this. Now I am going to do for the next one in next video. Thank you for watching.